The Eye of Providence is a symbol often depicted as an eye enclosed within a triangle. It is frequently shown hovering above an unfinished pyramid. This imagery is often interpreted as a representation of hidden power. It also suggests unseen forces influencing world events. The symbol is commonly associated with the Illuminati and their alleged control. Adam Weishaupt established the Illuminati in 1776. The Illuminati's core objectives included promoting rationalism. The organization also advocated for freedom of expression. A key aim was resisting undue interference from religious institutions. The Illuminati sought to enlighten humanity through the application of reason. The Great Seal of the United States features the unfinished pyramid and Eye of Providence. These symbols have spurred speculation regarding Illuminati influence. The pyramid represents strength and endurance. The Eye of Providence symbolizes divine supervision. Collectively, they signify a new political order and its guiding principles. The Illuminati was officially dissolved in 1785. Despite its dissolution, the myth of the Illuminati's survival continued. Claims arose that the order influenced revolutionary movements. It was also purported that the Illuminati infiltrated various institutions. The term New World Order has undergone a transformation in meaning. It initially represented a concept of enhanced international cooperation. It has since evolved into a conspiracy theory. This theory posits that the Illuminati secretly controls global institutions. These institutions allegedly include the UN, IMF, and World Bank. False flag operations involve orchestrating attacks that appear to be carried out by others. The purpose is to create a pretext for specific political or military actions. If groups use these tactics, knowledge is typically restricted to a small number of individuals. Weaponized narratives can then be employed to instigate and escalate conflicts. Financial dynasties, such as the Rothschilds, Morgans, and Rockefellers, have historically accumulated vast wealth. These families often establish dynastic alliances to consolidate and expand their economic power across generations. Their transnational fortunes provide them with substantial influence on a global scale. The economic power of these dynasties grants them significant access to governments and policymakers. This access translates into real levels of influence, shaping economic policies and international relations. Historical programs like Bluebird, Artichoke, and MKUltra investigated mind control methodologies. These programs aim to explore the possibilities of influencing and controlling human behavior. Achieving complete control over entire populations remains an elusive goal. Algorithms and social media now exert influence on decision-making at an unprecedented scale. Some theories propose that major revolutions, such as the American and French revolutions, were not entirely spontaneous. These theories suggest the presence of hidden support and social engineering influencing these events. However, there is no definitive evidence to confirm direct involvement of groups like the Illuminati in orchestrating these revolutions. The Illuminati, if still active, would likely avoid overt displays of ritualistic behavior. Their operational model would shift towards decentralized networks for enhanced security. Encrypted communication methods would be essential to maintain secrecy and prevent detection. Institutional infiltration would serve as a key strategy for influence and control. These combined tactics would maximize their ability to operate undetected in modern society. President Eisenhower cautioned against the growing influence of the military-industrial complex. Financial crises, such as the Great Depression, have shaped global institutions. The 2008 subprime crisis further influenced the evolution of these institutions. Some theories suggest these institutions are instruments of hidden influence. These perspectives view financial crises as catalysts for consolidating power. Cinema employs a complex language of symbols to convey deeper meanings. These symbols can be visual, auditory, or narrative elements within the film. Filmmakers use symbolism to communicate themes and ideas subtly. Understanding these symbols enhances the viewer's interpretation of the film's message. The Illuminati was founded with the goal of promoting rationalism. A key objective was to challenge established dogma. The organization advocated for reason and enlightenment. This was in response to the dominance of religious and state control. The Illuminati were proponents of freedom of expression. They actively resisted censorship in all forms. The group advocated for open dialogue as a means of discourse. Intellectual inquiry was a core tenet of their philosophy. These principles were central to their challenge of societal norms. The Illuminati aimed to resist interference from religious institutions. They also sought to resist interference from the state. A core objective was promoting individual autonomy. The Illuminati advocated for the separation of powers within governance. The Illuminati were inspired by the Enlightenment era. They adopted reason as a core guiding principle. Science was another fundamental principle for the Illuminati. The Illuminati also embraced progress as a key tenet. These principles aim to improve society through rational and scientific advancements. The Eye of Providence is often interpreted as a symbol of divine supervision. It has evolved to represent vigilance and oversight. This symbolism has further been associated with concepts of control. It also fuels narratives related to surveillance. The unfinished pyramid on the Great Seal embodies the concepts of strength and endurance. It represents the lasting power and resilience of the nation. The pyramid also signifies the continuous effort required to build and improve the nation. It is a symbol of the ongoing project of creating a more perfect union. Novus Ordo Seclorum is a Latin phrase that translates to New Order of the Ages. The phrase appears on the Great Seal of the United States. It symbolizes the new political system established with the founding of the United States. Masonic founding fathers were present in the early United States. This presence led to connections being drawn between elites. Associations were also made with Masonic lodges. These connections further extended to include secret societies in the public perception. Conspiracy theories suggest the Illuminati infiltrated global institutions. These institutions include the UN, IMF, and World Bank. The alleged goal is to consolidate power on a global scale. This infiltration is a central theme in Illuminati conspiracy narratives. The Illuminati are purported to employ debt as a tool for societal control. Technocracy, the governance by technical experts, is another alleged method of control. Data collection and analysis are supposedly used to monitor and influence behavior. These methods are believed to subtly consolidate power within the organization. Mass disinformation involves overwhelming the public with multiple contradictory narratives. A key goal of this strategy is to create confusion among the target audience. The abundance of conflicting information makes it difficult to discern the truth. This deliberate obfuscation can erode trust in reliable sources. Ultimately, mass disinformation aims to obscure the actual facts of a situation. Collective gaslighting is a manipulation tactic targeting public perception. It aims to make the public question widely accepted realities. This process erodes trust in established institutions and societal norms. Narrative management focuses on influencing public opinion through strategic communication. It involves carefully shaping perceptions by controlling the dissemination of information. Examples like Infection and the Snowden episode illustrate the application of narrative management techniques. A space odyssey typically refers to the influential 1968 science fiction film 2001: A Space Odyssey. Directed by Stanley Kubrick, the film is renowned for its groundbreaking visual effects and philosophical themes. It explores themes of human evolution, technology, artificial intelligence, and the possibility of extraterrestrial life. The film is divided into distinct sections, each contributing to the overarching narrative of humanity's journey through space and time. The Bavarian Illuminati implemented a strict selection process for new members. They primarily targeted intellectuals and individuals holding positions of influence. Potential members underwent preparatory isolation and intensive study. An oath of secrecy was required to ensure commitment and maintain discretion within the organization. Symbolic rituals were central to Illuminati ceremonies. The removal of a blindfold represented the transition from ignorance to enlightenment. Candles served as symbols of knowledge and illumination. Skulls acted as reminders of mortality and the transient nature of life. Scrolls signified the importance of learning and preserving wisdom. Contemporary elites established networks through various exclusive groups. These groups include clubs, forums, councils, and conferences. These networks serve to select and integrate new members into the elite. They also function to discipline members, ensuring adherence to group norms. Ultimately, these networks align members, fostering a unified elite identity and purpose. Weishaupt sought to reform religion by prioritizing reason. He advocated for the importance of critical education. His reforms aimed to diminish the role of dogma. Weishaupt promoted the establishment of a secular state. This secular state would emphasize rational thought and critical thinking. Current theories speculate about the emergence of a global religion in the digital age. This religion is theorized to be facilitated by technologies like AI, VR, and social media. Algorithms could personalize religious teachings to individual users. This personalized approach might blend elements from major religions like Christianity, Islam, Buddhism, and Hinduism. Unifying beliefs can serve as a mechanism to reduce conflicts. Shared beliefs may centralize collective consciousness. This centralization often occurs on dominant platforms. These platforms become focal points for shared ideologies. The Bilderberg Group is an informal annual conference. Participants include heads of state and financial leaders. CEOs and academics are also invited to the conference. The meetings operate under the Chatham House rule. The group's objective is to foster transatlantic dialogue. The Bilderberg Group faces criticism regarding its operational opacity. Critics argue this lack of transparency allows for agenda setting without public oversight. This raises concerns about the potential concentration of power within the group. The secrecy surrounding Bilderberg meetings fuels speculation about undue influence. Critics suggest this influence could undermine democratic processes. The Trilateral Commission is dedicated to fostering collaboration. Its primary focus is on strengthening ties between North America, Europe, and the Asia-Pacific region. The Commission is composed of influential figures from various sectors. These individuals typically lack direct, formal executive authority within governmental structures. Closed networks facilitate the circulation of ideas among members. This internal exchange leads to the development of shared understandings. These shared understandings often solidify into group consensus. Consensus formed within closed networks can exert influence. This influence can extend to the shaping of public policies. Therefore, closed networks can indirectly impact broader societal decisions. Allegations of time manipulation involve claims of altering the flow of time. These claims often cite methods such as time travel as a means of manipulation. Ancient wisdom and rituals are also sometimes implicated in these speculative scenarios. It is important to note that definitive proof supporting these time manipulation claims is currently lacking. The concept of climate control being used as a geopolitical weapon has been speculated. This speculation suggests that manipulating climate could provide a strategic advantage. However, there is currently a lack of concrete evidence to support this theory. Therefore, the idea remains largely theoretical within geopolitical discussions. Claims of contact with extraterrestrials and reverse-engineered technology exist. These claims are currently unproven and lack definitive evidence. The Pentagon has officially denied allegations regarding reverse-engineered technology. The topic remains controversial, with varying degrees of public and scientific acceptance. Speculative ideas often gain traction due to their appeal to the human desire for agency. Humans tend to seek identifiable agents responsible for chaotic events. This inclination stems from a need to understand and control unpredictable situations. Identifying agents provides a sense of order and predictability in the face of chaos. Therefore, ideas that offer clear agents behind events are more likely to resonate with people. Michel Foucault introduced the concept of disciplinary power. Disciplinary power functions through various social institutions. These institutions include schools, churches, prisons, and markets. The purpose is to shape individuals' habits and identities. This shaping occurs without the use of overt violence or coercion. Disciplinary power subtly influences behavior and norms within society. The concept of an invisible hand suggests a subtle influence on behavior. This influence operates more through the engineering of social norms. It is distinct from explicit tyranny or overt control. Norm engineering subtly shapes actions and decisions within a society. The world operates in a chaotic manner, making total control an illusion. Centralized systems are particularly vulnerable to unexpected events. Nassim Nicholas Taleb's theories emphasize the impact of black swan events. Anti-fragility is the concept of benefiting and growing stronger from disorder and volatility. Guy Debord's Society of the Spectacle examines the role of media in modern society. The theory posits that control over narratives equates to control over desires and fears. This control is exerted through the strategic use of images and constructed timelines. These media representations replace traditional forms of physical constraint. The spectacle becomes a dominant force, shaping individual perceptions and societal values. An elite aiming for global control might favor subtle methods or direct force. These methods primarily involve the manipulation of norms, data, and narratives. Norms define acceptable behavior and societal expectations. Data provides the informational foundation for decision-making and control. Narratives shape public perception and influence beliefs. Even with these methods, unpredictable elements can still challenge control efforts. There is a lack of concrete evidence confirming the continued existence of the Illuminati. Power operates through interconnected networks rather than singular entities. Incentives shape behaviors and influence the distribution of power. Institutions, both formal and informal, play a crucial role in exercising power. The narratives and stories that are consumed also exert influence. Power is thus a multifaceted phenomenon shaped by networks, incentives, institutions, and narratives. The central question is not the existence of the Illuminati. The focus should be on how power conceals its true nature. Power often presents itself as cooperation to gain acceptance. It may also disguise itself as philanthropy to create a positive image. Security is another common guise used to justify its actions. Power can also masquerade as progress or entertainment to distract from its core motives. The question arises whether individuals are architects of their own aspirations. Alternatively, actions might be predetermined, resembling a script authored externally. This dichotomy provokes introspection regarding the authenticity of personal choices. It challenges the perceived freedom in decision-making processes. The core issue is the extent of self-determination versus external influence. Ultimately, it questions the very nature of individual autonomy. The question prompts reflection on the extent of one's free will and autonomy. It challenges the assumption that personal choices are entirely self-determined. Discovering pre-guided choices may inspire a re-evaluation of life's direction. This realization could lead to intentional shifts in future actions and decisions. The core inquiry encourages proactive change in response to newfound awareness. The engagement prompt asks viewers to evaluate the plausibility of different theories presented in the video. Viewers are encouraged to select the theory they find most believable. The prompt requires viewers to provide a justification for their choice. This encourages critical thinking and deeper engagement with the video's content. Hashtags are used to categorize content on social media platforms. Using specific hashtags can increase the visibility of a post. Audience participation can be encouraged through the use of hashtags. Feedback can be collected by monitoring posts with a specific hashtag.